Hey, my name is Brent here on Cloudy with a Chance of Meeples. Today we're taking a look at a two-player game from Yellow as well as Vesuvius Media, a game all about construction and destruction. Two players will be going head-to-head, building up their castle, building up their fortress, placing their troops, and then trying to knock the opponents down, their castle and their troops. And you got these catapults and you got these rubber boulders that will just be flying around your house. Crazy time. Let's check it out. Cue the thunder. So the radar overview for Catapult Feud looks something like this. It is a two-player game. It's 1 versus 1, a game of construction and destruction. It is played over a series of rounds, and one player will be the winner if they can knock over the opponent's 5 characters. So whoever does that first is the winner. I'll show you on this side we have the cutting fields. This is the base game, comes with these thin player boards on this side, and then on this castle I have it set up with the neoprene mats that you can also get as an upgrade. They just look nice, and then it's got the border as to where you put and build your castle. So the base game comes with 2 of these, but I'm just showing you one of each just for this radar overview. So you take your castle pieces and you build it within the frame on the mat or whatever on the player board, and then each of your troops have to be one distance away from the wall. So you couldn't build this and then just put these guys right up against the wall. They have to be one distance away. And then everybody gets a catapult, and then you get these little boulders that are like, they're squishy, they're like foam, rubber, and they will fly all over your house. So each player will also get one set of 6 action cards, and this one will let you use your other opponent's catapult, and this one will let you mimic a card that's already been played. This one you can steal a card from your opponent. This one you can move up to 3 troops on your player board. This you can rebuild up to 3 wall pieces, and then this one is just you get 2 shots that round. So 6 cards in for each player. A round is made up of 4 different phases, starting with the youngest player. They will do the tactics phase. At that point, they will then choose one of these cards. If they want to, they will play one and just resolve the effect. So let's say it would be this player's turn, the show forts. They play this card, which lets them use the catapult twice. So let's just see how good the aim is. Use this marker. You make sure it's maximum 2 spaces away from the player board, and you just launch it. Let me just move this over here so we can see the destruction that may or may not happen. As you can see, they fly pretty far. I will also say you set the game up 1.5 meters, so I'm a little closer together just for the overview, but there we go. So nice shot. This would be the fire phase, and then the cleanup phase, the player would then remove any troop that fell off, as well as if any of these bricks fell off the player board, they would be removed from the game, and then it would be the other player's turn. And you go back and forth. You just go back and forth trying to knock over your opponent's troops. Whoever does it first would be declared the winner. As you can see, these things actually fly pretty far, and they will fly all over your floor. So that is Catapult Feud. Components are pretty sweet. These catapults, like I said, they go pretty good. These bricks, they're pretty heavy. My son and I have tried to make a really tall tower, and it hasn't worked. So you won't be able to build super high towers. But yeah, overall components are fantastic for Catapult Feud. Let's check out the final forecast. So the final forecast for Catapult Feud, a 2-player game in which you're just trying to knock everything over of your opponent. Pretty simple, as you saw in the radar overview. There's not much to this game. There's good, hefty components, a few cards, and that's about it. And I'm just gonna lay it out flat. Is this a game? I don't know. Is it a toy? Yes. Is it fun? Absolutely. When I brought this home and, took it out of the box, set it up, showed my kids how to use these catapults, they were wanting to play just again and again. And to be honest, we don't even really play with the cards all that often. They're kind of a throw-in, in my opinion, trying to maybe just to give structure. Not necessarily a bad thing, but when you go into this game, don't expect some deep game at all. You're building a tower, you're knocking the other person's stuff over. That's virtually about it. But it's so much fun. And it says on the box, the war for the floor has begun once more. You're going to lose these boulders so fast. I kid you not, the first day one rolled under our couch, I've yet to find it. So since the beginning, have been down to 7 boulders right off the get-go. So they just bounce all over the place. One actually went into the subwoofer of our sound system. I had to dig around to get that thing out. It's just crazy. My kids set these things up, place their action figures in with the castle pieces, and just try to knock their things down. So yeah, overall, it's not really it's a game, but it's not a game, if that makes any sense. You're going to see this and you're going to be like, do I want to invest in blocks and catapults and rubber bands and rubber balls just to shoot them all over the place? That's pretty much it. So, we've had a lot of fun playing Catapult Feud. Again, we just play it to shoot things around and build a big tower and try to knock it down. We try to build a big tower with all of the pieces and see how many shots it takes to knock it down. I believe on Vesuvius Media's website, they have a whole bunch of different, or maybe it's not on their website, but I'm sure on Board Game Geek, just different variations on how to play this game. You can, buy 2 sets and have 2 versus 2. And I know there's expansions with, Vikings and a volcano and all sorts of things. So lots of content for this quote unquote game, if you want to call it. But it's fun. It definitely is fun. So I will say this, I love it that it kind of teaches the physics aspect of kids, because our youngest, she's 5, when she started, she built, a specific way. She stacked them up as high as she could, and one cannonball knocked it all over. So she realized, okay, that doesn't work. So just different ways to build your castle. Again, you can't build it too high. The bricks stack nicely, but it will topple over. But it gives your kids an opportunity to try on air. Try different things. If it doesn't work, the game's short enough, light enough that you just, you reset and you start again. So check out Catapult Feud. I'm giving it a solid, 80% chance of meeples, because your kids are just going to want to shoot things and make towers and knock them over. So it is what it is. Catapult Feud. Check it out. My name is Brent. Check us out on Facebook. Cloudy with a Chance of Meeples. Remember, grab your umbrella. The forecast is cloudy with a chance of meeples.